Stifler, ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh my gosh.
I hate this.
So why don't we start? What did you rate yourself? Did you say 10?
Well, I kind of changed
10?
it
Did you
last
say
time
10?
because
Or was
we
it
were
9?
including
It's a 10.
like I thought we were including like
Yeah, just-
personality, like.
But you were 10 last
values.
time.
I was 10. Yeah.
Are you
I'm
10?
still
She's
10.
still 10.
She's
Still 10.
Okay, all right. She's a 10. What about you?
I'm gonna say 10.
Into the mic, please.
A 10.
A 10.
A 9.
A 10.
Do we just have to say the number? I'm sorry, I talk so much. But do we just have to say the number, or do we get explained?
Number.
Well, the question is, rate your looks
I know
on
the
a scale of
question.
1 to 10.
And say why? Can you say why or no?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I would say 9 because there's always room for improvement.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. You needed all that foreplay. We
Because
didn't
everyone's like,
need the
1,
foreplay.
2, 10,
Oh my
20.
God.
Like,
Okay,
I'm
all
like-
right. So 9. Okay, what about you?
I'm going to be super irritating and disagreeable, but I don't think that encouraging women to give themselves a value rating on their looks is conducive with feminism, so I'll have to pass. I'm a complex woman.
Word.
I get the job done.
But you can acknowledge that some women are more attractive than others physically.
Sure.
Sure.
I think everybody's beautiful. I don't think people should walk.
If you're going to speak, you got to
Sorry.
speak into
I
the
think
mic.
everybody's beautiful. I don't think it should be like off of like looks.
There are certainly people who are
It's
not
personality.
beautiful. I just don't think that we should
Okay.
value. I just don't think that we should value looks over other things. I think that the reality of the situation is that people are ugly and people are beautiful. It's just, I hate this movement. Like, everyone is beautiful, everyone is sexy. There are things that you can be, like, being sexy, being beautiful is so useless. It's so useless.
It's pretty useful.
Yeah.
It's pretty useful.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
until
It's pretty
wait,
useful.
No, for the first half of a woman's life, sure. It's
Well,
not
I mean,
very useful
throughout
in
your
the second
entire
half.
life.
No.
Well, I mean,
There's a lot of-
obviously aging diminishes your attractiveness, but it's better to be an attractive 60-year-old than an unattractive 60-year-old.
It does not change your value.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't change your value, but it does certainly have an impact on how people treat you.
Sure, for
100%.
socialization, yeah, people will treat you differently if you were
Well, yeah,
attractive.
it doesn't have an impact on.
But it doesn't
who
have
you-
any real value.
Well, I mean, if you can.
I mean,
What,
I think it does with
how
what's
you
the
determine
value to
what is
you?
real value. I mean, if you are
it can bring value.
If you are so physically attractive that you can basically monetize that to the, for example, for models.
Well, I'm against that.
Well, well, we're not talking necessarily about like nudity here. You're against like proper like magazine models, like a chick who's
The way that
advertising for
the way that women are used
As opposed to men.
as opposed to men as objects for advertisement, I am against. Yeah.
But you don't object to. You don't think that men are used in the same way?
No.
Perhaps not to the same degree, and I mean that's reflected in the fact that there's more women who
There's
are
a different
models and they make
social
more money.
zeitgeist for women being sexualized than there is for men.
Well, I reject that, but
It doesn't matter if you reject it, it's what's happening around you.
perhaps in the context of, for example, if we're speaking specifically about sex work, sure.
It's everything. There are advertisements for milk with milk all over a woman's face, and that's supposed to symbolize ejaculate. That doesn't happen with men. That's not
Could
the
it just
advert.
be milk though? It could just be milk.
It could just be milk. There are certainly advertisements that are just milk, right? I'm not saying that every time a woman is on an advertisement it's sexualized, but it certainly is more sexualized, and the
Sure.
zeitgeist is very different for women sexually than it is for men.
Okay. So, but you have an issue though with the whole.
Objectification of female body, yeah.
Well, you have an issue with the rating system
Yes.
because why?